What up, people? It's DJ, the Aspiring Gearhead, once again. And today we're going to be working on the Elantra, specifically the valve cover. So for those of you who saw the previous video, excuse me, you saw the little part where I found the leak coming from the back end of the block. For some reason that's happening. Nowhere near any of the stuff that was causing the car to overheat. So obviously unrelated, but still kind of important. Turns out, yeah, valve covers malfunction in some kind of way, so I got to deal with that. So I've got my camera, I've got my tunes, I've got my water, and I've got my manual. So let's get to it. So first thing I got to do, disconnect the battery just to be safe. Next, I'm going to remove the bolts from the engine cover. There's actually 5. But mine's missing one, so only gotta do 4. Next, I'm going to disconnect the 2 bolts holding the accelerator cable to the valve cover. Next, I'm going to have to undo the clamps and remove the 2 hoses here. And I'm going to need a set of pliers for that. I got to go find those. Found them. So that's one. And unfortunately, I think I may have created a problem I have to deal with later. If you look right there, I created a little tear in that hose. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to deal with that. But hey, for now, valve covers. Then all the other crap that I broke along the way. Next, I need to remove this cover so I can take out the spark plugs. So I've already gotten 2 of the 5 nuts I need to get out to get the spark plug cover off, and I just gotta say it's kind of annoying how somehow both of them managed to stay in to where I couldn't hand thread them out, and then I went all the way, and then suddenly, oh, they completely lift and fall into the engine bay. Luckily they both went through straight to the bottom, but yeah, that's annoying. It is off. Okay, now that I have the spark plug cover off, it is time to, you guessed it, change the tires. No, I'm going to pull out the spark plugs. A little bit of back and forth, with upward pressure, and then that is out. There it is. Now I need to take off the upper timing belt cover. That's got 4 bolts in it. Now with all that out of the way, time for the main event. While I've got the old cover off, now would be a good time to wipe around the edges for when I put the new one on. Out the old, in with the new. Now it's time to put everything in reverse and get the new gasket on and get everything sewn back up. Now the nuts are back in, it's time to torque them to spec. This is pretty awesome, I gotta say. This is gonna be my first time using a torque wrench. So yeah, I gotta make sure I do this right so that I don't cause more problems than I just fixed. But still, this is awesome. First time. This is awesome. So, let's get to it. Now, according to the Elantra repair manual I bought, it says that for the valve cover bolts by step 2, and I don't even know what they're talking about when they say step 1 or 2, but pretty much I'm saying by the end it should say 72 to 84 inch-pounds. So, I guess to make sure I'm in that range, I'll set mine to 80. So, I was reading the instructions, and according to this, before every use, to make sure to exercise it and have it work to the best of its abilities, what you have to do is you have to tighten it till the maximum specs, and then loosen it to the minimum 3 times. I just did that, and my forearms are tired. So, yeah, really got to work on that. And by that I mean my really weak forearms. So it's set to 80. First I'm going to do a quick run just to make sure I got everything hand tight so it doesn't have to do the brunt of the work. Oh man, I'm doing it! It broke in half. So that's not good.
Facing you, have it turn it this way. Yes. Yep, like that. You don't need 2 hands.
Tighten this one.
Tighten it up as possible, as much as you can. Keep it tight. Okay, track it. Wait a minute, What you do? Open that up. Be careful, don't forget it on the cover. Come down some. Right there, right there.
I thought I could tighten it to get it on there.
That's too fucking tight. You ain't gonna squeeze it.
Ooh, so next thing on my list is vice grips. So yeah, my first time using a torque wrench ended with me breaking the bolt. It's about what I expected. This whole thing's supposed to be a learning experience, right? And a lot of times you learn something by doing it wrong and then doing it right the second time around, which I'm gonna make sure I do. But I gotta cap it here because I don't have any extra bolts, and I need to make sure they're all there so I can make sure that the valve cover is sealed evenly. So once I get a free minute, I'm gonna run over to the picking part, grab a few bolts, and I think a couple other parts I was thinking of going for, and then I'm gonna hit it hard again. So it's about a week later. I managed to go to the picking part with my uncle and grab some bolts for the valve cover. So I'm gonna try this again. I'm letting you guys know the situation up here because today is laundry day. And my uncle's actually helping assemble a platform bed for my little brother, so the garage is going to be loud. So I figured I'd tell you now, and then we'll get right to it. Also, the light my uncle bought that he put into the ceiling is out, so lighting's going to be a little funky. I really want to figure this out, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this again in the future, and I don't want to snap another screw, because I'm going to have to wait a week.
Broken.
Of course.
Is this broken?
Yeah, I know. I heard the sound. All I want to do is learn how to use a freaking torque wrench. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, no leaks. Yeah, no leaks. Looks good. One other thing to note was that initially when we turned the car on, we kept hearing a hissing noise. Turned out to be from this hose because it didn't have a clamp on it before, but apparently it needed it now. So now that I've got a new one on, it seems to be running okay. Only problem now that I have to deal with is I lost one of the screws for the accelerator cable, so I gotta see if I can track that down. And that's the end of this one. So apparently I was able to successfully replace the valve cover, unsuccessfully able to learn how to use a torque wrench. If I say it bounces out, so I guess I'll have to do like my uncle says, go buy a block of wood and some screws and practice with that. But seriously, how did I fuck up using a torque wrench? It's so simple. I read the instructions, so simple. But that's another issue I'll have to deal with later. Next on the docket is cleaning all this up. Because as you can see, I got parts all over there from today's work, and then this little mishap with wood stain while my uncle was assembling my brother's platform bed. And then all the crap that's actually been in this garage already. So yeah, I got a lot of cleanup to do, preferably before I start the next project so it doesn't feel so, you know, closed off in here. So anyway, that's it for today. Aside from all the shortcomings and screw-ups, which I expected with this whole learning curve thing, I'd say I did good today. Got my hands dirty, managed to get the main thing taken care of, and I'm good to go on to the next thing. So, until next time, this is DJ, the Aspiring Gearhead. See ya. Seriously, how the fuck did I fuck up using a fucking torque wrench?